Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yay.
Ice Cube.
Yay.
Welcome back, sir.
So you know
man,
what that
thanks for having
means.
me.
The
Big
Big
Three
Three
is
is coming back.
Oh, man, you know me, man. I show up every summer, you know, telling people to help me push the program.
That's
And
Big
they
Three.
are so excited. I was just in Detroit. I just saw Detroit Bruce.
Yes.
And they're so excited that you're kicking off the Big Three this time in Detroit.
Hey, you know, I love Detroit. You know, Detroit is always giving love to me and my projects. So, you know, last year we went to Detroit and, you know, they showed out. Everybody filled up the arena. Had a good time with the Big Three. Really enjoyed the whole event because it's like a mini all-star game. You know, so we was like, yo, where's the best place to kick this season off? So our first game, Saturday night, CBS.
Right.
June 22nd.
8 o'clock is in 3 games is in Detroit. Then the next day, 1 o'clock on Sunday in the afternoon, you know, we go to Indiana. And it's going to be cool to see, you know, because that's a basketball mecca too.
Correct.
So just to see and show fans Big Three basketball, it's going to be incredible. I need my folks out there. Support the league. You know what I mean? The league is taking off. So it's just fun to be in this position.
These players need a rest day, though, Q, man. You got them in Detroit one day, Indianapolis. They got
Well, it's 2 different teams
Yeah, they don't-
playing.
it's not the same
so
teams,
you,
yeah.
I'm
you
about to
still
say,
only
'cause
play.
they're going to be hurt now.
The whole league.
No back-to-backs.
Okay.
No back-to-backs. You know, since we got 12 teams, we're going
How
to
many
have
teams did you have before?
8.
8. So
all the games used to happen on one day.
Correct.
But now since we got 12 teams, we broke it up, and that was a long day. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we broke it up. So now we got 3 games in Detroit and 3 games in Indiana.
Now, I got to ask you a question, and I don't know if you'll be able to answer this as an impartial person, but which team, if you had to put your money on them, do you think is the best
Wow.
this season?
I said, last time I did that, I got cursed out. I was gonna tell you. I got cursed out crazy.
Power won the championship last year. And, you know, with our league, when you win the championship, that same team comes back. It's not like other leagues where you don't know who coming back.
Right.
But that same team comes back. So I think they have an advantage just by
Playing together.
winning the chip. They know what it takes. And even though we got some good competition with the new teams coming in, they've never played in the Big Three. So it's going to take a little learning curve for them. So
Who
I
won
still
last
think
year?
Power won
Power.
it.
Power last year, the year before that was Trilogy.
Trilogy.
That's good. Kenya Martin cursed me out.
Trilogy went they went 10
I
and
can
0.
see that.
Yeah, they went 10. He definitely cursed me. I said AI's team was going to win. And when he got the chip, he came over and cursed me out.
Oh, I got to give you a spoiler. This is a little gossipy, but Trina's out here.
Yeah.
Kenya Martin's definitely mentioned on one of the songs on her album.
Oh, is that right? Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They did have some.
Yeah, in the past.
Oh,
That man is married. Leave him alone.
No, I'm just saying he's
All right.
mentioned on the song. It's true.
Okay.
This album's about to come out.
Q was like, I ain't got nothing to do with
Yeah,
that.
I ain't got nothing
I'm
to do
just
with that. I
telling
want to
you.
stay away from that. You know, Kenyon, you know, I love Kenyon because he's the first guy
Now
to
he's gonna
ever
curse me
sign
out.
with the
Really?
Big Three. Ever. You know,
So he got it as soon as you mentioned it to him.
he got it right away. My partner Jeff Quantinus was right there. He's in the back. He
What's up, Jeff?
he talked to Kenyon and I talked to Kenyon and we wasn't sure who was gonna sign. We weren't sure if people would even, see the vision.
Right.
And he was the first one.
Really?
And I remember me and Jeff getting on the phone like that next day saying, damn, we got a guy signed.
Right.
This is gonna open
It's
the
starting.
floodgates. This is gonna get other players to realize, let's do this. Let's try to build something that ain't never been done before. And so I'm extremely grateful to Kenyon Martin.
Now, who
How's
else
Lamar
jumped on?
Odom? How's Lamar Odom looking?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what about Lamar Odom? How,
Lamar, we'll see. You know what I mean? He say he ready.
You've seen him though in practice, right?
I've seen him do a little
How's he
something, but
looking?
we'll see. He look good.
who else is playing this year? That's new.
We got Jason Terry.
Okay.
We got
Jason
Gilbert
Terry?
Arenas. Yeah.
That little
Aren't Gilbert and
gnat-
Lamar on the same team?
Yep. Let Lamar on the same team.
Sheesh.
Team called the Enemies.
Okay.
We got Joe Johnson. We got
Is Ron Artest playing?
No, Ron Artest. He's actually I think he's trying to coach.
Okay.
He's trying to either coach a college or something. something they got to do with coaching.
Okay.
So, what's cool about our league is, we want guys to grow.
Correct.
If opportunities come along, I know Kendrick Perkins was going to play, but he had an opportunity to do ESPN and be an analyst all summer and make a lot of money. So, we blessed that.
Right.
AI was a coach that was like, yo, I got an opportunity. I got obligations. So, we want you to come to the big three and win, not come and feel like, you're a part of a league that's kind of holding you,
right?
And you can't really do things. We want guys to make it back into the NBA if they can.
Baron Davis is playing, right?
Baron Davis is playing.
Baron Davis is going to play this year? He didn't play last year, did he?
He played last year. He got hurt.
He got injured.
He got injured after the third game. So it's just incredible just to have these guys come out and play. This year is going to be bananas, on CBS, which is big. That's a big look for us.
So how do you decide what team is going to play in what city?
Well, if they got history in that city.
Because Lamar Odom, he's from New York, so we want to see him in Brooklyn.
We want to see him in Brooklyn.
And then we want to see him in L.A.
Yeah. It's a thing where we try to look and see guys and where they played at and, where they went to college, where they live.
Right.
And try to, make a schedule where, the fans that really love these guys can come see them. And also what's cool about our games is they close to each other. So if you're a real Big Three fan, you can drive to the next city because it's probably less than 4 hours. You see what I'm saying? So it's a cool schedule that we got because we're kind of like bam, bam,
Gotcha.
making sure that, if you want to see both games, it's possible.
Now,
So this is the third season, right?
Yep.
Yes.
So it's incredible to see the growth because we remember the first season when you were first talking about it.
Yeah, y'all helped us out.
And then
First
just to
season.
see how you guys have grown so much. So between the first and the third season, what are some things that you learned from starting a whole new league from scratch?
That, it's a lot of hard work. I mean, it's just a lot of hard work. It's a passion project. It's a thing that, I'm fans of these guys.
Is it lucrative?
I was going to say, is it profitable yet?
It's
On the way.
This is our hump year.
Okay.
We feel like, the league is worth a lot of money, and we feel like this is our hump year, and then we get over the hump, we do the numbers we need to do, and we rolling downhill from there.
Yeah, because people have to understand the investment that comes with starting something new. You're putting your own money and time into it and hoping, not knowing for sure what's going to happen.
Well, yeah, for sure. I don't want to cut you off, but I just wanted to get a fact in that UFC, which is the last league that started from scratch and still exists.
Successful, yeah.
20 years later, they lost like $47 million before they started to make a profit. So
Is that what you tell the investors? You be like, I just want to let you know, UFC lost 47 million.
we do tell them that because, we're nowhere near that. But we understand that, it takes about 2-3 years really to even catch on to where people say, well, I'm clamoring to see this. I got to see it. And then that's what makes it valuable to the broadcasters and to the sponsors and things like that. And, we've grabbed great sponsors this year. We've grabbed Toyota. We've grabbed State Farms. We're doing a deal with a cannabis company called CBDMD.
Al Harrington has a cannabis company, doesn't he?
Yeah, he has Viola.
Okay.
Viola. So it's just been
So the guys could smoke on the road and everything.
no, they can't.
They can't?
We're talking about
I'm just asking.
We're talking
'cause-
about CBD,
But
not
I'm saying
THC.
It's legal in a lot of
CBD.
places
Not
now.
THC.
CBD is not THC.
If you show up to our game intoxicated, you will not play.
Do you test the players too or no?
We don't test the players.
Okay.
But
But
you
you just do the
can
hood
look
test.
and
Be like,
tell.
let me
Yeah,
see
we
your
do.
eyes, bro.
Come on now.
You a little red. Come
We
on
all
now.
know I done been around it enough. We
You know,
know.
it's amazing when you hear some of these former NBA players talking about how they did used to get high and all of that before they played, and we had no idea.
I mean, it doesn't happen. I mean, Babe Ruth used to be drunk. I mean, it's like,
That's amazing.
some people can play. It don't matter.
We used to
Some
come to
people
work
are just
drunk, but it
gifted,
didn't matter.
and so, we should just worry about what the ball is doing. Is it going over the fence? Is it going in the hoop? Is it going? The players, you know, they gonna do what they do.
Now, you reached out to Kobe a couple times. Has he ever responded?
He says he's done playing basketball.
Okay.
But
For now.
everybody say that.
Yeah.
You know, he may get the itch. You know, we have guys who haven't been in the NBA for 10, 15 years still out there, you know, like Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf and things like that. So he may get the itch 2 years from now, 3 years from now, a year from now, and want to play. And what's great is we'll be here.
You know what else is amazing? For people to see a African-American man start something like this, an African-American person, because I think it encourages people to feel like I can start my own, you know, just because we have been talking so much about how owners of teams, and I guess they're not saying owners anymore, but have treated people and have treated black people. So it's nice to see somebody owning something to make you feel like, okay, I can actually start something, I can start a league myself, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you know, what's good about the Big Three, you know, I know that people look at me as the face, but it's not just a black thing. You know what I mean? We have a very diverse leadership group.
But that representation matters, because I think in sports is just when you see like what's at the top, you don't see a lot of black faces.
Not at all, you know. And what's great is the Big Three is changing that. And what's cool about our league, we empower our players. You know, our players, you know, there's no team owners, no general managers. You know, the player captain is really the guy who runs the show.
Or the woman.
Or the woman. You know, we have, you know, our player captains and our coaches work very tight together to kind of run their team. So, you know, that's new. You know, our players, you know, our revenue sharing, how we do that with players is you know, is extremely fair. And, you know, we just try to do everything we can do to make sure the athlete is taken care of, because when this do start rolling downhill, we want to make sure Dr. J get paid. He didn't get paid from basketball like he was supposed to.
Right.
Rick Barry, Iceman, George Gervin, Clyde Drexler, even though Clyde Drexler paid. But I'm just saying, you know, some of these guys are basketball gods.
Right, correct.
And they haven't really reaped those benefits. But with our league, you know, they will.
Now, a question with the would you ever start selling the teams? Is that an option later on down the line, or no?
I mean, you know, it's a business. We want to keep all our options open. You know, it's not our business model now.
Gotcha.
You know, we're just trying to get support. You know, I just want, you know, people who, you know, basketball might not be your cup of tea, but if you want to see something like this successful, and you want to see, you know, these guys really, you know, get what they deserve, you know, at the end of the day, then support the league. You know, bring your family out. It's a cool family event. You know, not just, you know, family event is the wrong word. You can bring everybody you want to bring. The homies, cousins.
Right.
The ticket is so affordable that
you
y'all
can go along.
y'all
Like
get
when
10,
I went,
15 people and come on down. You know, it's not like, you know, a NBA ticket where you and your homie going. If he going, you know, it's just kind of like a different flavor when you get in our building.
And congratulations too. I mean, I know we're not talking about it now, but I know you're a huge Lakers fan.
Yes.
And it looks like you guys will make the playoffs this year.
Yes.
Are you excited about that?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. It's time. You know, everybody criticized the Lakers, but we've been trying to make moves. You know, it's like, you know, I would hate to have a team or leadership that wasn't trying to make moves, whether they worked or not. But damn, let's shake it up. Let's try to, you know, get the pieces. And they brought in pieces that just didn't work. They brought in, you know, Dwight Howard. They brought in Steve Nash. That just didn't work. They brought in Gary Payton and Karl Malone. It just didn't work. Right. You know, so sometimes it don't work, you know, but we're hoping this time it will. You know,
congratulate him on his Knicks.
My Knicks ain't do shit.
Yeah, man.
We thought you get Zion, but that didn't happen.
Yeah, I was actually, you know, before the Lakers actually looked like they could almost get him. I was really hoping the Knicks would get him. I just think it's better
time
for basketball.
Like, yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah,
but know. I mean, when they're talking about Kevin Durant coming and Kyrie Irving.
But look, hey. New Orleans ain't that bad, baby.
No, New Orleans ain't that bad at all.
So they happy. Yeah. If they happy, you know, Zion got to go somewhere. Yeah. So, we got to do shout out to NO.
Absolutely.
All
Well,
right.
it starts this weekend, the 22nd, Detroit, and then Indianapolis. If you want more information, just hit thebig3.com.
I think a behind the scenes of this is amazing too, because there's all these, like you said, basketball greats.
Yes.
And even the coaches and seeing all of that, like a behind the scenes, not even just watching the game, but other things too, like on the road, what's happening before the game, practice.
Well, that's a great segue because we just starting a show called All About the Big Three. Premieres tomorrow.
Okay.
You got to get the Big Three app, and it's cool because you'll get a chance to, learn a little more about the league. But for people in Detroit and in Indianapolis this weekend, you got to come out. I mean, seeing it on CBS is going to be cool, but this is an event that you got to be there because you never know when we coming back. So if we somewhere near your town, come see the Big Three. It'll be one of the best basketball events you ever attended.
We'll be there in Brooklyn in July, right?
Absolutely.
Yay.
That's
All
right,
right.
the 14th.
And fun fact, this show was almost called The Big Three.
Yeah, this show was
This
almost called
morning
the Big
show.
Three, yeah.
You know,
You would have had to pay us.
Yeah, I mean, my league was almost called the Breakfast Club. So, I mean, we close.
All right. Well, it's Ice Cube.
Yeah, yay.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.